Hi, we just finished meeting for intonation practice on Wednesday, March 8th. And we started with expressions for greetings and goodbyes, starting with a goodbye. It was good to see you again. It was good to see you again. It. I'm not going to say it was. It was, your tongue will go to the T position, it, and hold there instead of releasing it. Hold it. It was good, duh, instead of to, duh. It was good to see you again. It was good to see you again. And when you say goodbye, you could say have a good day or have a good one. Hey, have a good one. Have a will connect. Good one. Have a good one. How you doing? How you doing? And I put one here because sometimes it's easier for people to find the than oh, doing. How you doing? And so we started here. Doing, perfectly doing, has the back of your tongue rising to reach the top of your mouth, ing, and that sounds like wing. But more casual, you take off the G and then that changes the vowel. So it's no longer an E, it's an I. And the in comes up to the front, in. So you can think of it as do win, like win or lose, do one, because I usually spell the sound with the UH, or just the word one is also the same sound, one, do one. So if it's easier to find the position, E is very high, this is eat, I is a little lower, this is it, eat it. But sometimes that position can be hard to find. So just go even lower and go to one, do one, do one. And because it won't be stressed, it'll be shorter duration and nobody will know if you're saying one or win or something else. But they will notice if you're saying ing because that takes longer time and it's more noticeable doing. So how you doing? How you doing? How are ya? How are ya? How are ya? How are ya? There is an invisible, well, it's not invisible here. How are you? But here I left it out. So I could put a W here, but remember to round your lips. How are ya? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. Hold the D. How are will connect. How are you? And you don't even have to say all those words. You can just use intonation to express your meaning. If somebody says, "Hey, how are you?" You can say, "Good. You? Fine. You? All right. You? Terrible. You?" Whatever you want to reveal. But it's the intonation that expresses the meaning. My answer goes down. Good. Fine. All right. Terrible. You? I don't know the answer. You? How are you? So, good. You? How's it going? How's it? The Z will connect to the I, and the T you don't say. Hold the T. How's it? How's it going? And this is the same as doing. Now, going is perfect, and going is casual. Going. This is a much bigger word and change. An alabaster flask of ointment. An alabaster flask of ointment. All that an alabaster, I connected the end so you'll remember an alabaster flask of ointment. And we practiced ointment yesterday. The oi, your tongue has to rise. Oint. And so once you get to the in position and you're stopping the airflow, you don't have to say the T. Oint meant, and you go back up to the T position or the N position and you don't release the T. So it looks like there's two T's, but you won't hear two T's. Ointment. An alabaster flask of ointment. I would like to travel rather than going to work. And somebody asked, could you say I'd? Yes. So you could say I'd like to travel rather than going to work. Excuse me. I would like to. So we're not going to say to. You change the T to a D and the U to an Like to. Like to. I would like to travel rather than going to work. Rather than going to. Going, I can say going or going to work. I would like to travel rather than going to work. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? And this word I had to look up because I had no idea there were so many options. Ophthalmologist. This L in the middle, you don't have to say. And this PH, you can choose to pronounce it like a P, op, or you can pronounce it as a PH like an F, off. So there's all the options here. No L, mologist, or ophthalmologist. Or if you want to use an F, ophthalmologist, or with an L, ophthalmologist. I think this is the most difficult one. I'm going to go with this one because there's no L in the middle and it's easier to make a P to go to the TH than an F. Ophthalmologists. Ophthalmologists make more money than family doctors. The ophthalmologists make more money than the family doctors. And that's as far as we got because we had practiced ointment and the many different options you have for ophthalmologists, and then Wieder root. So V is the same as F. So if you have any trouble finding the V position, make sure you make an F first. Your top teeth touch your bottom lip, and your lip has to resist. And that's what creates the friction of air you need. So you might have to take a deeper breath because you're going to push a lot of air for F. And then to make a V, do this exact same thing with the position and the airflow. Just use voicing. In this case, Wieder root is something very specific to somebody's work. If you just want to say the word very, very, um, if you have a habit of substituting a B, berry, make sure your lips don't touch. That's what creates the B, bear, instead of ver. So push a lot of ver, a lot of ver. And if you need to spell it, if this is confusing to somebody you're talking to, especially on the phone, then you can spell V as in Victor, E as in easy, E as in easy, D as in dog, E as in easy, R as in rose. Whatever words are easy for you to pronounce that will help somebody else identify that word. And this is what I quickly Googled the military alphabet because that is a standard. There's a lot of words that people are familiar with using, but some of them are kind of old fashioned. So if those words aren't familiar to you, or if they're not easy to remember, or difficult, if they're difficult to say, then don't use them. Like E was supposed to be echo, but that's I don't use echo in my everyday life. I think E as in easy is easier to remember. So whatever works. But if you're looking for ideas of what words to use to help spell the letters, V as in Victor, then you can Google military alphabet and you'll see there's options for different countries' military's alphabets. Okay. All right. Thank you. It was a fun group. I'm glad you were here. And if not, I hope you can join us sometime. And if not, I hope the videos are helpful. So thanks and have a good weekend.